Some stories are written in ink, and some in fear. Today I will tell you a story about Sidi Chamharouch. It's a creepy place of spiritual significance, especially for those seeking healing and protection. The goal was Mount Toubkal, the highest peak in North Africa. I'm a trekker, an adventurer. I seek out the planet's remote and beautiful corners. The high Atlas Mountains of Morocco were everything I imagined. Stark, stunning, and profoundly silent. My guide was a man named Hamid, a Berber, born and raised in the shadow of the mountains. His face was a roadmap of wrinkles from a life lived under the sun. For 2 days, he led me up the winding, rocky paths, his presence calm and reassuring. On the third day, his demeanor changed. The air grew colder, thinner. He pointed to a shape in the distance nestled in a valley bend, a massive, solitary white boulder that seemed to glow against the brown rock. Sidi Chamharouch, Hamid said. His voice was different, low, serious. He told me it wasn't just a rock, it was a shrine, a place of pilgrimage where people came to be healed. He told me it was the court of a king. I laughed a little. A king? Hamid didn't smile. The Sultan of the Djinn, he whispered, the ruler of the spirits that live in these mountains, the unseen folk. This is his throne. I'm not a superstitious person. To me, it was folklore, a fascinating piece of local culture. As we got closer, I saw the offerings left at the base of the great white rock, bits of colored cloth tied to nearby shrubs, small, empty tagine pots. The place felt heavy with an ancient energy. People say you can feel when you are being watched, and for the first time on the trek, I felt it there. Hamid stopped at a distance. He told me this was as far as he would go. He gave me a simple, stern warning. Show respect, do not linger. And whatever you do, do not take a picture. The Sultan does not like his likeness to be captured. I approached alone. The wind seemed to whisper as it moved around the great stone. I walked around it, my boots crunching on the gravel. I felt a strange urge to prove my skepticism, to have a token of this wild, strange place. My phone felt heavy in my pocket. Thinking Hamid wouldn't see, I did it. I pulled out my phone, aimed it quickly, and took a single photo of the great white rock. The click of the camera shutter sounded like a gunshot in the profound silence. I immediately felt a wave of icy coldness wash over me, a cold that had nothing to do with the altitude. I shoved my phone back in my pocket and hurried back to Hamid. He knew. The moment he saw my face, he knew. You didn't, he said, his eyes wide with a fear I hadn't seen before. I didn't have to answer. He grabbed my arm, harder than I thought he was capable of, and we practically ran down the path, away from the shrine. He didn't speak another word to me until we reached the village hours later. That night, in my small room, I couldn't resist looking at the photo. My hands were trembling as I opened the gallery. At first it looked normal, just the big white-painted rock against the sky. But then I zoomed in. There, standing right beside the rock where I had been standing just moments before, was a figure. It was tall and unnaturally thin, draped in flowing white cloth. There was no face beneath the hood, just a patch of deep, absolute shadow. I deleted the photo instantly, my heart hammering in my ears, but it was too late. I didn't capture its likeness. It had captured mine. I finished my trek and flew home, but I did not leave the Sultan behind. The whispers I heard on that mountain followed me across the ocean. Sometimes, late at night, I hear them in the silence of my apartment, a dry, rustling sound, like sand being stirred by a hot wind. And the worst part? A few weeks ago, my phone's cloud service automatically created a memory slideshow from my Morocco trip. As I was watching, the photo from Sidi Chamharouch appeared. The photo I had deleted. The figure in white was still there, but this time it was different. From the deep, dark shadow under its hood, 2 eyes were now visible, and they were staring directly at me. Some souvenirs are not meant to be taken. Some places demand more than just respect. They demand you leave a piece of yourself behind. Subscribe to Silent Ink Stories, and be careful what memories you bring back from the dark.